Hey, this is Nay with QNS Vlogs, and we are here to tell you our honest opinion of our 7-day sailing on Star of the Seas. So let's get into it. Staff. So the staff on Star of the Seas were really nice. They were engaging. Everyone we met was so pleasant. They were professional. They were willing to assist you with whatever you needed. Pleasant all around the whole ship. So Q and I are giving the staff on Star of the Seas a 5 out of 5. Accommodations. Now the accommodations on Star of the Seas were really nice. We got a spacious balcony. But was it really a balcony? I say that because there was no outside area to sit in. It was just an extension of the stateroom with a large picture window. So I wouldn't call that a balcony in a true sense. But this is what they deemed it, a balcony. But the room had all of the standard amenities. They had a mini fridge. They had the outlets, USB outlets. They had plenty of closet space with wire racks. They had a shower with a seat in the shower. And the shower is a glass enclosed shower, not a shower curtain. The bed was comfortable. So overall, we're giving the accommodations on Star of the Seas a 4 out of 5. Food. The food on Star of the Seas was okay. There were a lot of hits. The food in the main dining room was okay. With the exception of the Royal Night where they had the lobster. That lobster was so terrible, y'all. It was overcooked. It was mushy. Could not eat it. And that was the first time I've ever been on a cruise ship and I couldn't eat the lobster. It was that bad. But the other meals in the main dining room were okay. Welcome aboard lunch, because it was the inaugural sailing, was out of this world. Now the lobster there was perfectly cooked. They had an array of seafood items and everything was so good, y'all. It really was. It was night and day between that buffet at the inaugural lunch and that dinner in the main dining room. It's hard to believe it was on the same ship that happened. The buffet was your standard buffet. The buffet items had a variety. They were fresh. The food was decent. In the specialty dining restaurants, we went to Hook and we loved Hook. Hook was really good. I got to try those broiled oysters that I always wanted to but were afraid to, and they were really good. I'm so glad I did. We went to Chops Grill and the food there was good. Our steak was good there. We went to Pier 7. That's the new specialty restaurant on Star of the Seas. And as a perk, any kids under the age of 12 eat for free there, y'all. Now this is more of an American inspired menu, and we got burgers and quesadillas, and that Sunday was just out of this world. Oh my gosh, I really enjoyed it. So we did enjoy the specialty restaurants around the ship. Now they also had other restaurants that were included in your cruise, such as Surfside Bites, and they had like chicken nuggets and little churros and pizza bites that consisted of, I think, like a tortilla with pepperoni and pizza sauce in it, which was really good. They had the sprinkle cookies that were so good. Also there, they have a buffet for the kids, especially suited for kids. And that is a wonderful, wonderful option so that kids can be on their own and get their own food. I love that idea. And they also had Base Camp. Base Camp was located up by Thrill Island, and they offered things such as hot dogs and pretzel bites and things like that, and that was really good. We ate there. And of course, Pearl Cafe. Pearl Cafe had an array of different sandwiches and salads, desserts, and you could get your coffee there. And we really enjoyed Pearl Cafe, especially late at night. It was 2 o'clock in the morning one evening, and we went to Pearl Cafe and we got food to eat. So we really liked that. Of course, in Central Park, you have the Park Cafe. I mean, who can go wrong there? Soup, you got that delicious beef sandwich, you salads that are made to order. Can't go wrong at Park Cafe. And they also had, as far as specialty restaurants, they have Izumi to go. And that was just an open window where you could get your sushi, and it had waffle cones and stuff to go. You don't have to go in the restaurant and sit down. You order it in the window, and then you can go sit down and eat it wherever you want, or take it back to your stateroom. Also, we got continental breakfast in the morning, and that was decent. We had lunch in the main dining room, which was, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't nothing to write home about. The Aqua Dome Market. The Aqua Dome Market had a variety of different places to eat. They had a crepe station place that I didn't get to eat, but it looked so good. They had a Thai place, they had a barbecue place, they had a Greek place, they had a Mexican place. I mean, all of those in the Aquadome market, and all the food was really tasty that Q and I had. So we really enjoyed that as well. But overall, we're giving the food situation on Star of the Seas a 4 out of 5. Entertainment. Now, I'm just going to start this off by saying entertainment 5 out of 5. Royal Caribbean really knows how to do entertainment. Well, the show that they have for this particular ship is Back to the Future. And the show was so good. The actors followed the movie perfectly. It was really, really good. We really enjoyed that show. They had Torque, which was a high adrenaline show in the Aquadome, where it combined water acrobats that are diving into the water, and they had, the steel cage with the motorcycle drivers, running around in and stuff. I mean, action-packed, high adrenaline show. We enjoyed that. And then they had a show called Soul and Absolute Zero, which is the ice rink venue, and that show was absolutely wonderful. It was some high-paced action there. It was just a really nice ice show. We enjoyed it. And they had a whole lot of other stuff going around the ship. They had a dueling piano bar. They have the music hall, which hosts different games in there. They had theme nights, white night. They had a red night. They have Caribbean night. They have a lot of different nights. They have a casino, a full-blown casino, y'all. This is a nice casino with a nice variety of slot machines and table games. I mean, there's a lot to do on this ship. There really is a lot to do. They had the attic with the comedians, but I didn't care for the comedians too much. They weren't our cup of tea. But overall, the entertainment on Star of the Seas was top notch, and we give the entertainment a 5 out of 5. Drinks. Now, for the drinks, we got the refreshment package, which is the non-alcoholic package that includes everything but the alcoholic drinks. But for that, we ordered drinks to the room. We ordered 2 orders of the rum and Coke products. So you got Do Better Royal. We got like a pint of liquor and 6 sodas to go with it. So we had a total of 12 sodas and 2 pints of rum for the room. And as you know, you can bring 2 bottles of wine, 1 bottle per adult, 2 per stateroom. So we got 2 bottles of wine that we brought with us. We got the refreshment package, and we had the liquor delivered to our room. So as far as drinks were concerned, we were covered. So we're going to give the drink situation on Star of the Seas, the drink score on Star of the Seas, we're giving that a 3.5 out of 5. Overall vibe. The overall vibe for Star of the Seas was really nice. It's definitely, number one, this is a family cruise ship. We have the Real Island, which is chock full of water slides, and if you love water, you're gonna love Thrill Island. They have Central Park where you can stroll through like you're strolling through Central Park, and they have a lot of venues there. One of the venues too being Lou's Jazz. It's a jazz and blues club. I mean, it's open there. They open they open it up, and you can hear the music just wafting through Central Park. You go there, you just sit, you enjoy the musicians, you have a nice drink. That is a nice venue. I'm glad they put that there. Lincoln Dinner Theater, and that's like a top-notch dinner theater where they do have an act there. That's an additional cost, and I think that's a good. It's a good venue for, like, if you're trying to celebrate a birthday or anniversary, or if you just want to splurge because this is your vacation, then do that. We didn't get a chance to go there, but I did walk through there, and the space was really nice. I mean, there are a lot of different entertainment options. People were engaging, the staff were engaging. Q and I had a wonderful time. We got to explore the ship like we really wanted to. I didn't have any issues with any kids or anything like that, y'all. I mean, people were just on there to have a good time. It really was. And I enjoyed myself. Q enjoyed himself. The only thing that we had an issue was in the Aquadome. We felt like it was strange that they would put Hook in the Aquadome, and the Aquadome wasn't as big as like on one of the other ships we were on. Like when we were on Symphony, we were on Wonder. The Aquadome seemed a bit bigger, and they had the sports bar was there and everything. But overall, the vibe was really nice. We really enjoyed Star of the Seas. So if you're thinking about going on Star of the Seas, And if you think about taking your family, I don't think you go wrong. There's something on there for everyone. So the overall vibe that we're giving Star of the Seas is a 4 out of 5. So thank you for listening to our honest review of Royal Caribbean's newest and biggest cruise ship in the world, Star of the Seas. If you like this content, make sure you leave a comment. And also, if you have been on Star of the Seas, tell us what you liked about Star of the Seas. And also tell us what you really didn't care for, right? Let's be honest. I'm Nay. Thanks for joining us. And we look forward to bringing you our next adventure. Make sure you hit that notification bell and you subscribe so you know when that happens.